The following presentation may contain language unsuitable for children's TV enthusiasts, adult virgins, and estranged mothers. Unnamed Drag Productions accepts no responsibility for any resulting night terrors, third-degree burns, or demonic possessions that may transpire as a result of listening to this sewage sprinkler. May God have mercy on your soul. Enjoy!
You're playing it off your phone into a mic.
We're in a haunted house, Maryland, to ruin the illusion.
You're such a
Well, you fucked it now, haven't you? Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a very special Halloween edition of the Unnamed Drag Podcast.
I'm Marilyn Sane.
And I'm Nana Rattle. You're a rubbish guest. You obviously didn't get your debriefing before you...
The fact that you YouTubed spooky background noise and then played it off your phone
Listen.
to a microphone. You could just download that and play it underneath.
I suppose anyone who's watching on YouTube is going to know exactly what I'm up to, aren't they?
Exactly.
Ooh, what was that? What?
It's a sequel
That?
fucking a crow. That's what that is.
You shouldn't have done that. You're not supposed to breed.
Your eggs are gonna be all nasty.
Interspecies racism is so sad. Anyway.
Oh my god,
So-
why was that so funny?
I really enjoyed it.
Shall we crack open our
Yeah, we
egg
should.
diners?
Is anyone still with us? Is anyone still there?
Anybody there?
Knock once. Once for yes, twice for no? Is that how you do?
I think
Oh.
I pick one.
Look who's here. It's my witch's familiar.
Oh, the kitty
Dorothy
cat.
Perkins is here, my kitty.
It'd be great if she could meow.
It really would. Can you make any kind of... No, you can only scroll. Can you open the door of this haunted castle and let her out? Go on, baby. Yeah,
You need to fuck off.
yeah, go on, get out. Dorothy.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, well she's going back under the bed.
Okay, we'll go and sleep under the bed. So, yeah. Halloween, skeleton
Off to a great
onesies,
start.
need we say anymore. Hey, we were off to a really great start, but then for some reason you decided to ruin it, okay? We were doing...
Stop it, just stop it now. Okay, so Nana does the audio for Unnamed Drag Podcast and is very aware that she could just download a special effect and just play it alongside our audio if she wanted this to happen. Instead of that, she's just YouTubing it and holding the fucking phone near her fucking
I
microphone.
don't understand why we keep on hearing that. It's like a kestrel. Like, what's so frightening about a fucking kestrel?
The kestrel on the waltzes.
Unless it's that film that, what's it, Cares?
Birds?
Yeah, no, Cares, where that kid, he's a little bit so...
Isn't that Craig David's bird's name?
In post Alexa, yeah. Oh god, is she going? Dorothy, get out. Get out or come here, which is it? Oh, everyone, so Dorothy Perkins is my smallest, neediest baby. And she's come to join us today. You can't hear her if you're on Spotify or Google Hangouts or whatever it is. But she's a little black and white piece of shit. She's only got two personalities, adorable and wanker. Kind of like me. Right, do you want to go out?
Let's try this again.
Okay, the third time's not the charm, just boot her. Dorothy, get out!
Fucking good.
I'm gonna take my slipper off to that child in a minute.
So we finally got the cat out of the room.
Right, we've got the cat out of the room.
Put the phone down.
I thought I would just play us in. For attempt number 4.
Or do you want to start again?
No, I'm loving this. I'm finding
Okay.
it very entertaining. Do you want to start again, Dad? So, it's our Halloween special today.
Yes.
So today we thought that what we would talk about is very hot in this hood. I'm going to take it.
We're both wearing our finest skeleton onesies.
Yeah.
Cool story, I put this on the other day because I got home and it was raining and I was like, I'm going to put a onesie on. And it was dark and then I went upstairs and I switched the lights off and I'd completely forgotten that this glows in the dark.
Amazing.
And it just really entertained me. So I stood in my dark landing just going...
Was it like you've been cream pied by the Duracell bunny? Like that level of energy?
I've just been bred by that Benny.
Just keeps going and going. Ew, if it did, if like the Duracell bunny just couldn't stop, what if it just battery acid? Wait, sorry, this is a weird tangent.
If a bunny jizzed battery acid, welcome to Unnamed Drag Podcast.
Today we're asking the big spooky questions. Does the Duracell bunny jizz battery acid? Maybe it's just like a
comment below.
Maybe it's just electricity, like a kind of Frankenstein. Do you think
just shoots a bolt of raw electricity out of it?
Yeah. Do you think Frankenstein could come?
I don't see why not.
I mean, because he was like
It would be real if Dr. Frankenstein made an entire human and just went, oh no, on the genitals and just skips that part.
Well,
that'd be awful.
There was never that bit where he had to go for a wee or a poo, or I suppose when they did that show,
Yeah, you can say that
Dreadful.
about absolutely everything.
True.
There's never a bit where they just go for a wee unless it's a like. Do you know what I mean?
To be honest, that's why I find a lot of films quite lacking.
Yeah.
I never see the bit where, like, 007 goes boom boom. That's why I don't watch Bond films.
I want pure Stanislavski. I want real bitch. I want you to have to go for a shit. I want you to fart when you need to. There was a play that I read a monologue from for my A-levels, and it's called That Face. It's a wonderful play. But
I've never heard of it.
The monologue, I can't remember. It's really good.
It's a long time. You've drunk a lot since then.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I was young. It was at least 400 lifetimes ago. But there's a monologue in it, and as part of the monologue, you're supposed to piss yourself.
What?
I didn't.
Oh.
But imagine having to do that every day, at least, or sometimes 2 times a day if it's a matinee.
What if you've got shy bladder?
Exactly.
I've got a shy bladder. Yeah.
Right, now I have to pee.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Why did you have to come and stand right next to me at this urinal? I can't go now.
Well, like, there's been
A
times...
true life horror story.
Yeah, like spooky shy. My bladder isn't just shy, it's terrifying.
It's not just timid, it's in witness protection.
But like, I'll go to the toilet. I was at the pub with some people from work. That made me sound like a bloke.
Oh, lads. Slugs.
And I was at the urinal because no one was in there. And then my friend comes in and uses the urinal right next to me and starts talking to me.
No.
Because he's a confident person who can urinate like a normal human being.
Oh, for God's sake.
I, however, my dick just goes inside me. Like, plus, it's not even like, I don't get it, because at that point I've got my dick out. I'm not embarrassed. Why is nothing coming out of my dick, Nana? Why? Why?
Because when Frankenstein put you together, he forgot to attach all of your tubes.
Forgot to attach your penis confidence.
You know how you sweat profusely? Urine.
That is actually true.
What?
It's the same fluid.
Oh, I guess it is, isn't it?
It's all,
but without the flavour.
It's all just bodily fluid, yeah.
Yeah, like sweat is urine, but without the flavour packet. Yeah. Like when you make ramen.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What's your favourite flavour of ramen? Plain.
Oh.
I know, nasty. So yeah, that's a fairly spooky story, I suppose.
Isn't it?
But did you watch Penny Dreadful?
Yes, I fucking loved Penny Dreadful.
It was so next level
So
ridiculous,
good.
but fantastic at the same time.
Wow.
What I loved is that Billie Piper's Irish accent was so bad that when they killed her off and brought her back to life, they were like, just make her English.
Drop it, babe, drop it.
You're fucking a corpse.
It was really bad because she's already all teeth.
Oh, yeah.
So when she's then trying to push an accent through them,
Do you know
it was
what?
so much.
What it reminded me of is whenever in French and Saunders sketches, when they do, are you doing the accent? How are you? How are you? That's Billie Piper.
Yeah.
Trying to be an Irish prostitute in Penny Dreadful London.
It's
It was a
very
good
good,
show
though.
though. No, 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Absolutely.
The Haunted Girl. I can't remember what was her name. Jill? No, that's not right. What was her name?
Me, I don't know.
No, the main one.
Yeah, I know who you mean.
With really sunken eyes and just a face that suggested that she's seen some shit in her.
Yeah, she plays Miss
actual
Peregrine.
Oh god, this is going to go on too long and we end up trying to
Isn't
remember
it?
the
Never
name.
mind.
Yeah, but she's a really interesting character, the Scorpion Lady.
Scorpion Lady.
The Scorpion Lady, or whatever they end up calling her. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Fantastically scripted, so over the top.
Yeah.
Such a strange mishmash of so many different stories as well.
That's what I like.
They're just pulling influences from fucking where, like, a back pocket found one down the side of the sofa.
But it doesn't have that corny. Like, usually when you take a lot of different stories, like fairy tales essentially, and pummel them together.
Like Once Upon a Time?
Yeah, it comes across really corny.
I can't do Once Upon a Time.
It gets me right in my cringe gland.
Yeah, same.
No.
It makes me kind of want to grow a tail and then just just cut it off.
Yeah, just throw it at the wall. Like, no.
Yeah, I tried to watch it.
I watched a couple. To be fair,
I made it through half a series.
I watched a couple of seasons. I think.
Yeah.
Also, they must be doing something.
Grimm. Did you watch Grimm?
I tried to.
See, I stuck with Grimm for a long time because it had something to do with one of the producers of Buffy who maybe bought the sandwiches. So I thought, yeah, that's cool. But I watched it for about...
You touched Sarah Michelle Gellar's ham.
Yeah.
Dirty bastard.
She's spying once because he got the order wrong.
This isn't a caramel macchiato.
I said millionaire shortbread. Anyway. What was I saying? Yeah, so I stuck with it for a good few seasons, but mostly because I kind of wanted to bang the main character.
Yeah, well, that's the reason.
I mean, that's a good reason to stick with stuff.
That's why I stayed with Once Upon a Time, because the pirate guy in that. Oh, shiver my timbers.
Kind of same with Salem actually, until he stopped being in it as much.
Yeah.
But this is just this is fantasy, fictional, spooky stories from the television. What we were going to talk about today, in honor of Halloween, was creepy, weird stuff, what has happened to ourselves.
What has happened?
Sorry, I've gone all Billie Piper. What has happened?
What has happened?
Are you Cockney? Are you Irish?
No
are you
one
taking a shit?
It's pushing shit through a teeth.
Oh God!
Yeah.
So we're going to try and divulge and remember, just like freaky deaky things, including like urban legends from school and that kind of nonsense. So Marilyn, first question.
Okay.
Have you or anyone immediately close to you in your family ever had a ghost encounter with a ghost? Or a goose?
Well, there's a couple. Like my dad is the first one that comes to mind because he is a skeptic. He does not believe in any of this at all.
Okay. So the best person for it to happen to because he's got no reason to lie.
Yeah, because now he just won't talk about it.
Ooh.
Yeah, because that doesn't fit with how he views the world, so he just won't talk about it.
I might up some spooky music onto the back of these stories actually, but don't expect it every episode. This is a one-off.
So it was when we all lived together. Like I'm from a family of divorce. Spooky.
It's like, and then when he woke up, their parents were still together. Like, that's a modern day horror story.
I don't want just one Christmas!
Like, what's that meme? Adam's family is supposed to show like a non-conventional, untraditionally family. Yeah, because they love each other and they're still together.
It's weird, right? Spooky.
So they happily live with their grandmother. You know, like, what the actual fuck?
It was before I was born. He was sat on the sofa. So we used to have a landing, the living room, and then the kitchen was like behind the living room, so you couldn't get to the kitchen without walking through the living room.
So it's like a kitchen cum lounge?
Yeah.
Right,
so and then you'd come down the stairs and go into the living room to get to the kitchen.
Okay.
So you'd have to walk, basically you'd have to cut past whoever's watching TV to get to the kitchen.
Got you. Mm-hmm.
Dad's watching TV, my sister's upstairs, a girl walks in front of him, who he assumes is my sister, literally walks past him, goes into the kitchen. Literally, and then obviously like a couple of seconds pass, and he thinks like, oh, Jade's not come out the kitchen. Goes in there, no one's there. Goes upstairs. She's taking a nap.
Maybe she was astral projecting.
Maybe, but then
was she dead for a hot minute? Went downstairs to get a glass of water.
My mum asked the cause Mum went to a psychic. Obviously.
It's a very mum thing to do.
It's a very mum thing to do. For a medium, she's great. She says I should have highlights.
My spirit guides have said I will lose those 2 LPs by Christmas. Because the spirit one's got fuck all better to do.
My medium said it's gin o'clock.
Stop it!
Anyway, so my mum went to see a medium. She said it was...
Sorry, that's really got me in the giggle dick. 1 minute.
Yeah.
Woo! Okay, carry on.
Because it was a little girl, and apparently she was in like a party dress.
Like a frock?
Yeah, like a little dress. And so, Mum went to see a medium. Apparently, it was a little girl who comes and likes to play with Jade. Yeah, and then apparently Mum asked the neighbours, and there was a little girl who died in that house of leukemia, and she died on her birthday.
Oh.
Party dress. Fucking weird, right?
That is fucking weird.
Yeah, but I wasn't around, so I don't know. But yeah.
Or care.
It wasn't about me. Doesn't matter.
But your dad won't talk. Why won't your dad talk about it?
Because he doesn't believe in that sort of stuff.
So is it like a refusal that it happened?
Yeah. Well,
Almost?
no, he'll like nod when people go through the story, but he'll be like, yeah.
Because I guess the thing is, when it's like ooky spooky kooky, like what's going on, there is always the possibility, of course. I mean, we've had the conversation before about Le Brain plays Le Tricks on you.
Absolutely.
Is an absolute deviant when it comes to you a little bit tired. You're going to see some stuff out the corner of your eye.
Yeah,
but to actually walk past you when you're certain you're awake. Like, I assume that he's never said, I don't know, maybe I'd fallen asleep for a second in front of the telly.
Yeah,
he's very certain that he was,
he was just watching TV.
And then...
like, afternoon. Yeah, it wasn't...
Oh, it was an afternoon?
It was daytime.
See, right.
It wasn't nighttime. It wasn't like,
That's when...
broad daylight.
That's when shit gets worse, because, you know, there was... so many films when you watch them where they play up to the psychology of nighttime, it's dark, it's spooky.
Yeah.
When you watch a film and weird shit happens during the day,
no, you're in my safe space.
Yeah, exactly.
Not my safe space.
Let's put big lights on.
I said that while watching a film the other day. I was like, why is no one turning lights on?
Put fucking big lights on.
Put big lights on.
Because it's, would you rather just not see it and walk around in the dark, or somehow the ghost managed to find the power supply and like cut the mains?
Yeah.
You're never quite sure.
Also, I used to hear stuff at my
there's more.
old house.
So you heard stuff.
Grew up in a farmhouse, obviously a very old house.
Creaky, and you know.
Yeah, obviously.
If there was a gust of wind, a wall fell over.
Yeah. I used to...
I'm really impoverished, I'm sorry.
It's kind of true. We owned land.
But that was it.
Not walls.
My duvet was a sheep.
Anyway. So I used to always get people walking down the driveway.
Like crunchy
I was in the front bedroom.
Okay.
But you just kind of like ignore it because you're a child.
Could be a sheep.
Could be a sheep.
Could be a duvet.
Hey, my duvet got away.
It's really cold. Bring back that duvet.
So yeah, used to hear people walking down the driveway. Used to hear people walking up the stairs.
Sorry. Because again, it was like, if a sheep is your duvet, it's just like, oh, it's a bit cold, can I sleep with the goose comforter? And it's an actual goose. Right, carry on.
So yeah, you see people walking up the stairs. Almost every night I would wake up and hear classical music when everyone was asleep. Coming from downstairs. I never went to investigate because I'm not a fucking crazy person.
How old were you?
Like 10.
Okay, so like little enough to not want to go and investigate.
Yeah,
obviously.
fuck that. Yeah. I was just like, well, I'm in bed and that's happening downstairs, so... But it also could have been like, I don't know, I've tried to rationalise it. I was like, maybe someone got up in the middle of the night to watch Antique Roadshow. I don't know. But again, who the fuck does that? It wasn't that.
I was like, an old woman died here.
Watching Antiques Roadshow.
She got her tat valued and it was worthless.
So she
got home and killed herself. And she gets up every night.
She kept that biscuits in for years.
To watch repeats. Or even worse, she got it there, they valued it at 20,000 and then she was like, "Way!" and knocked it over and smashed it.
That's a horror story.
That is. Anyway.
But yeah, I used to hear classical music almost every night. And then a couple of times
There's something about it being classical that makes it more sinister.
Yeah.
Like if they were listening to like play that funky music White Boy or something, would that be better or worse?
Can you imagine waking up in the middle of the night and be like, is that Candy Shop by 50 Cent?
You just wake up and you just hear, some people say, if I like me dad,
to the window, to the wall.
Every fucking night is castles in the sky. You're like, oh, even man down, no.
I've got a ghost and it likes LaRue.
I would get an exorcist in that house so fast.
But, no, I used to have a recurring dream where, because I always used to sleep with the door closed because my room, directly next to my room was the stairway to the landing. We had stairs to the landing because part of it was a loft conversion and part of it was...
Oh, right.
I say landing, I mean attic, sorry.
Whatever, got you.
So part of it was a loft conversion, but the other half was still attic. So at the top of the stairs there was 2 doors, one to a bedroom, one to just the attic, which was creepy as fuck. So I used to sleep with my door closed because, again, I'm not a crazy person. So I used to have this dream the dream was really vivid. I would wake up and there'd just be a silhouette of a man stood in my open doorway.
Shadow person.
But that dream would be so scary to me that I would wake up and then my door would always be open.
Oh, God. Did
Yeah.
you ever ask your parentals, like, were they checking in on you?
Yeah.
And they were like, no,
Nah.
we don't love you that much.
Yeah, and plus I was like 13.
Oh.
No one's checking on you.
No one's leaving their door open at 13.
If anything, they're just grateful you're out of their way.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
I mean,
yeah.
if I had a 13-year-old son and their door was open at night, I'd probably close it. I wouldn't want to see what they were up to. Thinking about what I was used to be up to, listening to horrendous music, wanking, like pouring nail polish on the desk and setting it on fire. Just frivolities that you do when you're
Turning
bored.
the TV down to 1 volume so you can still hear it over the nothing, and then watching the 10-minute preview of gay TV.
Oh, I
Do you
mean,
remember
we used to watch Eurotrash.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Was that a bit before your time,
No, it was
maybe?
on TV, but I was just like, when are they going to fuck? And they never did.
I mean, it was
so-
mostly just horrible bike riding, milk women, titties, like...
Yeah.
You never saw
This isn't for me.
You never saw a good dick on it.
No, God no.
Like, it wasn't really porny, it was just titillating and you knew you shouldn't be watching it.
Yeah.
But anyway, not the point. So
yeah.
door open.
Door open. We've had a lot of, like, not full body apparitions or anything, but we've had, I don't know, we've everyone in our family's seen a medium at some point. Everyone in our family's, like, kind of on that.
Ooky spooky
Yeah.
curious.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I can get that.
How about you?
I'd kind of like to go and see medium, but at the same time...
Oh, I love it.
There's just certain people in my life that have died, and if they
Mm-hmm.
mention them, I'd just get very freaked out, because I like to think that those people are at rest and not just floating around waiting to talk to me.
Why can't they be both?
Maybe, I don't
Yeah.
know, but also if they're in a really nice place, what if it's in like Buffy the Vampire Slayer when she was like, I knew that I was warm and I was finished, I think I was in heaven. Do you know what I mean? And then they dragged her back out of it.
What, are you worried if they come through and they're like, oh, it's awful?
No, what if it's just
There's
like...
a lack of chairs.
I was in a lovely warm place and I, didn't really have any kind of presence, and then next thing I knew, I was stuck behind a woman's eyes, looking at this guy I thought I'd never have to see again.
I feel like if that was it, so one of them would have complained about it by now.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway.
Stop inviting me round.
Have you had any ooky spookies?
Ooky spooky experience. I mean, a lot of the stuff that you said very much resonated with me, because I've never. I don't think I've ever seen a ghost. I think I wound myself up a lot when I was a kid, to the point at which I thought I saw a ghost, like hyperactive imagination, like, oh, what was that? Or, maybe just bullshitting to people like, oh, I saw a ghost, probably said it so many times I started to believe it. But the genuine experience that I've had is hearing one as well. It's not seeing one, it's hearing one. And I was... in our old house, which was a maisonette, which is basically an upstairs flat, which is then got...
I don't know why, but just imagine your ears dripping with ghost cum. Ectoplasm! It's ectoplasm! Spooky ghost!
It's it was a, I don't know, maisonette or upstairs, like a house that was upstairs. I don't know how to describe it, but not a flat. Does that make sense?
So you were poor?
No, it was like a big. It was like a big old house that had just been split into two.
Yeah.
Like a huge house
Yeah.
called Hunter's Croft.
So it was more like an apartment, but in a house,
Yeah,
kind of. You had a floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there was an attic upstairs.
Cool.
But to get to the attic, you would go through what we called like the utility room, which just had like some freezers in it and some shelves, kind of like a pantry sort of thing. Yeah. And then the ladder to go upstairs. So, being a little fat fuck that I was in there of a summer's day.
On my 8th chalk ice.
Literally going to steal a chalk ice. When it wasn't dinner time. We used to get those like ice poles as well.
Oh fuck yeah, the ones that made you feel like the Joker at the end because you've been sucking on plastic for ages.
So good.
Yeah, they really
So I was going to get myself a little ice pole and a chalk ice, and whilst I was in there, I heard, and it was almost like all around me, it was like an old woman's voice just went, hello. And it was completely audible, clear as day.
Oh.
I freaked the fuck out, and I ran out of the house, jumped on my bike, cycled to my friend Hannah's house to tell her, because Hannah used to say all the time that she used to see ghosts. So I was like, oh, Hannah would believe me. Oh my God, this will give me some street cred. But hers was a little bit weird.
Did she just turn around and go, no, only I can do it?
Let me get to that.
Oh,
bit.
did she? That's a shame.
No. She used to say, one of her ghosty stories, which made me think that possibly it's like, in hindsight, I wonder if it's just all attention seeking, because it was like, oh, you know, every year my granddad comes and sits on the end of my bed and says happy birthday girl, and then disappears, and you look back at that as an adult and go, fuck off.
What if you're 19, vodka drunk and getting smashed
on your birthday, and then granddad says happy birthday.
Oh God!
or worse, he's like,
Elizabeth, no!
he's like, can I tag in?
Oh God! Oh.
So anyway,
what did she say?
Anyway, she used to say about, you know, spooky stuff and all that kind of thing. And she was, I think she was a year older than me, so I was like, oh, she's so cool, and look up to her, because I was quite young at the time. Again, probably 9, 10-ish, something like that. Went to find her, but she was hanging around with like a different group of friends that were like her same age or a year older, and some of them were boys. So she very much like didn't want to acknowledge that I was even there. But I don't know, trying to like play it off as cool, like, oh, whatever, like, what are you doing here? So it was a little bit, She was in that awkward age, I think, between trying to be grown up and cool and still trying to be a little kid. Anyway. But I was just like, oh, okay. And then she got called in for dinner. He was like,
so you never got to tell
like, Hannah, tea's ready. No, she was like very dismissive of it and just like, oh no, I'm with my cool friends. And then she got called in for tea, and I was like, oh, okay. I guess I'll just go home and go nowhere near the utility room until, I don't know, a couple of days later. I wanted to chalk ice.
Yeah.
I was like, it'll be saved by now. But my house was, as a child,
built on an Indian burial ground.
No, it was really frightening to walk through at night, because we had this massive hallway. And it had loads of like family portraits on the left-hand side, but then my mum had this collection of mirrors.
Oh, for fuck's
sake! So she had.
My mum had a collection of mirrors that she kept next to her collection of Ouija boards. But we didn't think anything would happen.
She bought them from a haunted doll enthusiast. Or just a haunted doll. So they were all down the side of like one wall, and then some were on the other side and some were at the end. So if you needed, and the toilet...
So to get to the loo, you had to go down the hall of mirrors?
The bathroom was like at the end of the hall, and my room was like on the other side, so you'd have to walk through the hall of mirrors.
That's fucking horrible!
And you'd just be like, please don't let me see anyone in the mirror behind me, please don't let me see anyone in the mirror behind me. And also, the other thing that happened at school that terrified me is... people get to that certain age where they start talking about...
Sucking off the PE teacher?
No, not yet. That's another year.
Okay.
It's obviously the anglicised version of Candyman is Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary.
So looking in the mirror 3 times and saying Bloody Mary. And I never did it, I was too scared. But house full of mirrors, I was like, what if I walk through the hallway and I just think her name 3 times?
Yeah.
And then she'll show up in, well, take your fucking pick, every mirror possible all at once.
She's balling!
Yeah. She's doing some like Scooby-Doo shit.
Oh my god, so spacious!
She's coming out one mirror and going into another like Scooby-Doo. Where are you? Oh god.
But the hearing voices thing,
yeah,
can relate.
No, like 10 out of 10. So that's my most spookiest like experience. But I used to freak myself out all the time,
same.
like so much. And I was a massive. You know, when you get to that age when you're a kid, when you're just really into kind of scaring yourself.
Yeah.
So you want to read Goosebumps and you want to watch films that are like a bit too frightening and that sort of stuff. I was very in that headspace when all these things happened.
I mean,
so maybe they all feed into each
us.
other. I mean, yeah.
We're a fan of a spook.
Listen. We turned out fine.
Just fine.
We turned out absolutely smashing. Thank you very much.
But yeah, the hearing voices thing. I've several times.
Yeah, and creaky things and stuff falling over, and you tell yourself like, there might have been a slight tremor that I didn't feel, but knocked over the. You try and rationalise it.
I've woken
but
up.
in your heart and your soul, you're like, oh god, it's so gross.
I've woken up. Because someone was next to my ear and went, hey.
No.
Like, clear as day.
Yeah, like crystal.
It's horrible.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's awful.
Freaking
I used to hear voices quite a lot when I was trying to get to sleep.
Really?
But it was like, you know when you're asleep and you can hear someone trying to wake you up? But like, voices that are the other side of consciousness. That. Used to hear it all the time. All the time.
Do you think you've got ESPN?
I think I'm just mad. Just a little little bit, just a little tweaked.
Oh god.
But that's
don't give me that Karen bullshit. Oh, wacky me, really zany.
Dead quirky.
That's a
Fuck off,
horror
Karen.
story. Yeah.
But went to see a medium, because obviously I've never told anyone about the hearing voices-y thing, because no one wants to look like the actual crazy person.
Oh no, of course
Yeah.
not. Fess up, who's nuts?
Yeah, exactly. So I was just like, oh, well, I'm just trying to get to sleep. It's just like auditory dreaming, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Went to a medium. Firstly, when she got, because it was like a medium party, so we'd all be sat in the living room and we'd take it and turn to go into the dining room and have a
Run a train on
half
it.
session with them. Yeah. It was a
For those who don't know what running a train means, go to Urban Dictionary.
Don't do it.
I don't have the time to explain it.
So yeah, we're taking it turns to go into this room. But I was in the kitchen getting a glass of wine when she arrived, and I just knew a medium was coming.
Is this the one that made a beeline for you and was like, you're going first or something?
No. Different thing.
Where am I
Medium, not bukkake.
Holidays with Dad.
Oh,
Sorry.
So she
I thought that
arrives.
Yeah, no, you carry on and I'll
So-
figure out where I've got my wires crossed.
She arrives, I'm pouring wine, I can't see her. All I know is a medium's coming. I don't know the gender of this medium, I don't know who they are. I hear her, she's a heavy smoker. So my brain I assumed she was male. But then I came around the corner, like she had a really gruff, like...
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like a Mitchell.
Like a 20 a day at
Bloody
least.
hell.
Yeah.
Sex.
And then
I love
turned,
that voice.
And then I turned the corner and she wasn't. And I just sort of went, okay. Like, I didn't mention it to anyone, just wrote that off in my head. First thing she said when I got in the room, she was like, you thought I was a bloke, didn't you? And I was like,
Okay.
alright then.
And you're just like, no, just men are heavy smokers sometimes, and I certainly don't think you've got a fanny like an ashtray.
Yeah, so that was weird.
God.
Yeah.
Did she tell you anything
She told me-
that you didn't, or because that's the other thing. Sometimes with mediums,
Oh, yeah.
they tell you shit that you already know because they're doing it on cold reading. And
This
just,
is where
like,
that story was
educated guesses.
going. She also said, like, you hear voices when you're trying to get to sleep, don't you? And I was like, ooh. She was like, they're real. If you want to, you can, like, acknowledge
Converse
them.
with them.
Yeah, I was like, I'm alright. Thanks,
Hard
man.
pass.
Yeah. Cheers, man. I'm just gonna have more wine.
Yeah.
Till they go away.
That's what doctors invented Valium for, to get to sleep
Fuck
when you
that
hear
noise.
voices.
Literally, fuck that noise.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So you
So she was good at she was good at getting a feel for someone, acknowledging what's happening right now. She was good at the present, but then she was like, "Oh, you're going to meet someone and go to America." I've never been to America in my life. She said that would happen in the next year. I was 16 when I got this reading. Lying bitch. But she was very good at like
the here and now
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah.
But she didn't have that like big destination energy, like figuring out where you're off to next.
not that I'm aware of.
Well, it's like, I don't know, just many bits and pieces that I hear about mediums make me go, that sounds quite interesting, but then at the same time I swear they've all just got like the big bumper book of things to say when you're a medium.
Kind of. I know that I went to another one and she was really good because she did tarot cards and to start with, and then
Well, like mixed methods.
Yeah. She like did a general tarot card reading and then just sort of got into it, and that was really good. But she gave me like specific dates and names of people, which I found really creepy.
I do love a good tarot reading.
No, same.
You did give me that fucking awful one not that long ago, though. That was bad.
It was real bad.
That was
Thank
like,
you for entertaining me.
That was like-
being like, then what?
yeah, that was like a bottle and a half of wine into the afternoon and just going, yeah, sure, I can see that happening. I can't see it. But the one that I gave you, I thought was pretty tight.
It was pretty good, yeah.
I'm good at card interpretation. I'm not very good at remembering what all the things are.
Oh yeah, me
That's the
neither. I have my
problem.
little book.
Yeah, need the book, absolutely.
Bring me the book, Emma.
Emma, get your book.
Emma, get your book.
Spooky. Oh, haunted. Haunted gods. Well, I think that's been brought to a natural conclusion by about.
think it has, yeah.
How about you? Good chat, Bam.
I know, it was nice.
I hope that was suitably spooky for everyone.
Spooky.
So until next time, I hope that you all have a fabulous Halloween. I hope that you all ate lots of candy but didn't gain any weight.
Stop it! I want you to take this podcast, I want you to record it on a loudspeaker and throw it into the depths of hell where Satan can listen to it, because he gets lonely sometimes. It's just nice to have some company.
Until next time, I have been Nanarato.
I've been Madeline Sim. Unnamed Drag Podcast.